Ha! Got it. Trash. Hello and welcome back to Speed Freak Garage, home of PowerSports on YouTube. So our main task today is to mount and possibly even bleed or do the reservoir for our clutch master. And then we have some other little piddly shit to do, brake line stuff. We have a new kill switch. I 3D printed another kill switch mount. Washer fluid lines, but the clutch master is our goal. So I got some different size studs, and basically we've got nuts. So we're gonna see how difficult it's going to be. So last time Brandon used a finger sander to grind out the old studs that were too short. And so, well, this has got to go. So the fat part of this has to go on the bottom, and you have to have this. This should come with your kit that you get from the swap company, because without it, it's not going to fit properly. It'll mess up your clutch. So those are too short. So these are what we want. So there's nothing wrong with the studs being a little long. It's a little more practical anyway. So wait, are these bolts two different lengths? Son of a bitch. My bad. Okay, I was gonna say that other one was way too long. And I got the door open because it's so nice outside today. It's only 70 degrees right now. Granted, it is like 7 a.m., 6:30 a.m. It's pretty early. Got woke up by a hungry cat. It's like, thanks, cat, thanks. Now, one thing you have to be careful of is not to over tighten this, because then you'll crush that spacer and then you won't have the proper clutch cylinder angle, because that angle is important to the way this pedal mechanism works. And if the angle's wrong, it's gonna wear out your cylinder very, very fast. So just gotta be careful on how much tight. So basically, this is not something you'd want to use an impact on. In fact, it's going to have to be hand wrenches either way, but okay, so this is in, and so this connects to here, and then we need a reservoir somehow. That's going to be the hard part. Because there's not really much room over here. Maybe if I cut this off and cut this off, I might be able to hide a reservoir here and here and here for the two, because I want a different reservoir for each cylinder. There's two brake front and rear. So if something goes wrong, I want my, independent reservoirs. It's better for temperature control too, so. Anyway, I might be able to get away with my 1/4-inch drive. I doubt it. It's not a 10. It's probably a 12 then. Yeah, 1/4-inch drive will. Right now I'm just snugging it. Oh, that's not gonna work. So now the question is, how tight is tight enough? How tight's not tight enough? You know what I'm saying? Like, how do we make that determination? That's really an unanswerable question. I mean, you're pushing, you know, your entire leg pressure against this little cylinder. And so you got to be able to Another thing to keep in mind is this firewall brace has to be well attached. Otherwise, it's not going to do its job. Looks like this one's tighter than this one. It's kind of hard to tell. Okay, I think that's good. I don't think those are gonna go anywhere. Okay, so call that good. And then now we can work on this part. I mean, technically you want to bleed the cylinder first. Starting to have a whole bunch of just random leftover crap that I don't know what to do with. Like, I don't even know where these came from. Okay. Oh, this. I don't think this is gonna fit at all, but it's worth a shot. So this is inside the car, so it should never get dirty, but I mean, it's not a good slot machine to play, you know, like, oh, is there gonna be dirt or water in here, you know, leaking in here. So it's like, it's better to play it safe and at least try to get the rubber cover back on, but it's not cooperating. It's stuck on that. Try and poke at it without ripping it. There we go, there's one side. It's just stuck on this bolt. Doesn't want to go through. Come on. Come on. Really would like this protected. get that in there somehow or it's not gonna stay on. Just don't want to rip it. I think I got it. Cool. Okay, so that should stay now. Nice. So now this part is adjustable, of course. So the question is, what tactic should we use? Like, because you can adjust it out and put pressure on the cylinder, but technically if the cylinder's bled right, I mean, because this has a clutch assist spring, which is, it's very tempting to take the spring out, but I'm assuming it's there for a reason. So I don't want to risk this whole clutch pedal assembly like vibrating because I took the assist spring out, because the assist spring holds the clutch up, right? And then when you push the clutch in, it helps you, and then when you release the clutch, it cams over and then holds itself up. So my assumption is it's going to be not so straightforward to where's the C-clip for this? Oh shit, there was supposed to be a C-clip. Well, that sucks. Must have gotten lost in all the... Damn. Let's see. Brake master. No C-clip. It must have got damaged when I took it off or lost. Suspension. Subframe, gas tank, headlights, bumper. Well, that sucks. So I need a new C-clip. Great. Anyway, so as far as bleeding the clutch, you really don't need to have the pedal connected. So we could not connect the pedal for now and try and get this connected and see if we can get a reservoir mounted, or if I have to go find a lower profile reservoir. I think it's gonna be a shit show either way. So I've got this reservoir, and then the Tilton Master Cylinder Kit came with a larger reservoir, but that's way bigger and takes up way more space. So let's take this small reservoir here. Guess we can try and connect this line. This remote bleeder too is kind of a pain. Like where am I gonna put this thing? I don't want it to be wrapped around the line, so and luckily this is like a swivel connection, so should be pretty straightforward. That's the other thing, is how it falls in play with the... I almost have to remove the... or do the throttle cable first. It's kind of... yeah, it's like right Don't want to cross thread it. And then it's an AN fitting, so you want to tighten it, but you don't want to over tighten it. Oops. 7/16. 7/16. It's kind of twisting the line. I don't like that. Do not like that at all. And that keeps it away from the engine though, so I guess it's not a bad thing. Maybe put some tubing right here to protect it from the firewall. Let's see, I have tubing that would do that too. Well, no, I don't actually. But I can make some. Okay, and so that rests. Ah, I got it. That kind of rests. I didn't get it aligned like I wanted. Damn. But that kind of helps hold it off the firewall, so that should be okay. Yeah, it should be all right. And then, let's see. So the reservoir, that's gonna be the hard part. So I just don't think there's room for it. And the problem is it's supposed to be like a, I'll show you what I mean here. So this hose nipple is pointing straight down. So that kind of screws me over from day one because then the line has to come from straight down, and I don't have room for that. I mean, I could tilt the whole reservoir, but that's not ideal. And then I don't know if I'm going to be able to fit everything else. I mean, I could try to mount the reservoir in here under the cap, but then I don't think it's going to bleed properly. I mean, that is one option, is to have the reservoirs in here. It's just that cap, I don't think, actually. Problem is that the way they mount is kind of shitty. So let's, I don't know what this is. Oh, it's a filter. Yeah, obviously we want a filter. No? This is not a filter? Does it go like this? It goes like this. I'm confused. Comes with zip ties, it comes with a clamp and hose, fatty ass hose, and then oh, kind of nice of them to just I don't get it. The filter is not compatible with the what the fuck? Hmm. So this is just plastic. I'm not sure how tight this is supposed to be. Maybe give it just a little bit of a turn with a wrench, but not much. Yeah, the filter's definitely not compatible with the... It's weird. Call that pretty damn good. I don't think that's going anywhere or leaking. Some shit in there. So the question is, how the hell do we do this? Oh, fuck. Life can't ever be simple. And I guess worst case, I have to make a new cover. Seems like there's plenty of room from that freaking seat's in my way. I can't take the seat off because I have it mounted the way I need it for the repairs to the cage. So of course this probably is supposed to go 180. I can't imagine. Well, yeah, this is probably supposed to go back there. Yeah, that makes way more sense. Cannot move the seat, so I kind of mess myself up here. That's what I was worried about. So basically the problem I'm having is that in order to get it to fit, it's got to be like this, essentially flush with the cover. And because of that, there's really nowhere to mount it to. And I'd also be a little worried about whether or not it would well, yeah, it's higher than the reservoir. The brakes are, the dual brake masters are going to be a problem. How could I mount? Damn it, I just hit the GoPro on the... Fuck. So in order to mount this, I need to be able to put bolts up here, but then drop down a bracket for this, which could potentially come down to 3D printing. There's some studs here I can... Man, why are those so tight? There's some shit under here I can take out of the way. But I was really hoping to have this clutch ready before I... might just have to suck it up and take the seat out. I'm pretty much stuck right now. Man, that does not want to come off. Okay, I'm gonna have to find a try a 10. Mm. 8. Not an 8. What the fuck? It's a 9. That is really weird. Let's see what is holding all of these brackets on. If I can get to it without having to crawl underneath, that would be nice. And it's a 10, of course it's different. I don't think that's doing anything. Is it not a 10? Ooh. Just need to get back into here somehow. Aha! Got it. Trash. Okay. Got that. Not sure what that is. Something's holding this on. The ground strap. Okay, keep that in mind. I got a good ground strap location over here then. Oh, it's a Self-cutting metric bolt. Keep that. Seems like there's a bunch of ground straps under here. Might not be able to use this location though, since it's right next to where I want to put my reservoirs. Holy shit, this vehicle's original weight was 3,500 pounds. I hope I shed most of that off. Of course, that also means I probably won't be anywhere close to my weight limit. Weight minimum, I should say. What the hell did I just touch? Oh, it's this. Ugh. Okay. Look under here. Yeah, there's a bunch of studs and shit under there. Actually, kind of an interesting way to do the ground straps. Probably won't do them in the same place. And those plastic caps look like 10s. No, this is a 10, so they're 12s. Let's try 12. That's weird. It's got a retaining clip? What? Okay, I'm confused. Unless it's like an 11 or some crazy shit like that. That's a 10. Maybe those are covers for more ground straps. Maybe we're for a different model of the car. I don't know what that could be for. They're even a different type of plastic. Okay. So getting this mounted is starting to look like a little metal bracket is going to be necessary to hold it. I could 3D print something. Would probably be my best option, honestly, is 3D print something that allows me to bring, a structure down below and then have the 3D print come all the way up the side so that it has a strong mount. And I'm going to need 3 of them. So I'm pretty sure all 3, well, see, here's another issue, is that these brake masters, I don't know how they're going to do it. I mean, I can print extras and then they'll probably make one out of metal, something a little more professional. Oh, look. Okay, okay, so totally new circumstance here. So this has a side mount, but how do you mount the reservoir then? Yeah, I'm confused now. Oh no, wait, that's side mounts for the master cylinder. What am I saying? Yeah, this reservoir is way bigger. So, I mean, shit, I might have to order 2 more of these small reservoir kits. Which, to be honest, that kind of sucks. Because I think, if I remember right, it wasn't that cheap. Because this one, what the hell am I doing? Sorry, I'm kind of, it's early in the morning. I'm not a morning person. Yeah, it's a whole inch taller. I don't think that's gonna work. Simply because it'll, I don't know. I think I can trust Ecotech to make a good judgment call on whether they need to get a smaller master or not, but I can at least do them a favor and 3D print some different options for how to mount them. If they want to use a metal bracket, that's fine with me. Because this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a, you know, flat plate, and then I don't know if 6 millimeters maybe not enough for brakes anyway. Or I could make ribs down the side, and the ribs would substantially add strength. So I'll take this inside for some CAD activity, and then yeah, I'm kind of stuck actually until I can do more 3D printing, which is, well, actually I got the new kill switch mount 3D printed. I can do some roll bar padding. The roll bar padding is going to be interesting because I need to do this. Yeah. Basically I have to cut this clean in half. And then, well, I need to cut like an inch off. So if you switch gears here, so if you look at it, it's just 1 inch too long to fit. So I mean, you could, technically, you could, I guess it depends on how you install it. You could notch it. I don't know, I'm just gonna cut it clean in half and go from there, because I don't want to waste it, because this shit's $30 for just this. It's a complete fucking ripoff. I don't know why I have the 70s. 7/16. Okay. So this one's actually 3 feet. One of the ones I bought was like an inch short. So 36, which would be 18. Marking the wrong side though. Found it's a lot easier to cut from the inside. I'll show you my cutting method has improved a lot. The problem is once you get to that sticky stuff, it kind of jams up the knife blade. Otherwise you could cut it really quickly. So I've been using this. The only problem with this is it's kind of flexible. You can see where the sticky stuff's caught on it. So what you do is you just kind of watch your fingers, but saw your way down. Damn, that blade's getting dull, I guess. I've been cutting a lot of it. I mean, it's just foam, so... Man, this blade is dull as fuck. This is not cutting like it was the other day. I swear I was having better luck the other day. There we go. Now it's cutting. And then I stop in the middle and I turn around and cut the other side to make sure I'm getting a nice straight, even cut. Although sometimes they don't meet in the middle, which is not fun. Okay, so the cut's a little rough, but you can put that to the, well, anyway. So, if we simply, the problem is this bar is just a little big for the padding. The point of this padding is to protect your head from hitting straight on here, so it really needs to be like that, rotated a little bit. And this is just temporary installation. I mean, you got to come back and peel this stuff off and hope to God you stick it on right the first time. Yeah, it's a little long. But just a little. I might be able to get it to fit without wasting any. Nah, it's gonna need to be notched. So I'm gonna take a notch out of it carefully. I'm gonna take a pretty good sized notch too, so I don't have to come back and notch it again. God damn, I need a new knife blade. So, pretty good notch, I would say, in my opinion. Okay. Woo. So now, gotta come back here and try again. Okay, that should clear just fine now. not wanting to. Man, what a pain in the ass. Okay, this has to go back there. But first I need to zip tie this stuff in place. Because I don't want it to go blowing off on the highway and, you know, blow off a couple $100 in padding. Not be good. Not good. Hoping I can sell some of those leftover sticks. You know, if I offer them up for half price, I'm sure they'll all get sold. They're $30 each. Sell them for $15 each. Should sell out instantly, honestly. People know how expensive they are. Okay. It doesn't limit my sight at all, which is good. As far as helmet movement, yeah, but doesn't limit my sight. So maybe somebody taller, it might not be good for them, but I'm not worried about it. So and again, all these zip ties unfortunately are just temporary. I'll have to come back probably with more zip ties and more pressure on them to, you know, come back and trim them, of course, whenever they're permanent. If I trim them now, I might not be able to cut them off as easily. He's got a brace there, so I gotta do this. And again, this is just to keep them from blowing off on the highway, because I'm sure they'll have a lot of wind pressure. Okay. Now we gotta get the lengths of these, and this can be a little more, well, I'm not really sure how. I mean, you can't cover that in padding, so this you can. And yeah, those harness bars not right. I should have brought the tape measure with me. I need to get the length of this, because I think cutting this in half is going to be too long. And I still need to put padding here. I can do that later, though. I'll use the slim padding, because otherwise you're going to screw with visibility and function. So What am I doing? Spaced out. I spaced out. Okay. So looking at 15-inch. Yep, which means we're gonna have to make 2 cuts. Great. So okay, let's cut one. I'm just gonna cut all the way through. Since this is behind the seats, you're not gonna be able to really see if it's a crooked cut or anything. It's not gonna matter. Okay. And then again, it sucks because this little leftover piece is basically gonna be worthless. Can use it as a backup in case there's like a little spot. Like if they're like, oh, it's too short right here, well then I can cut a slice off of this leftover piece and, you know, I don't know. That's my biggest worry is I get to tech inspection and something extremely dumb, you know, somebody gets hooked on like, oh, it's 1 inch too short padding, or, you know, I mean, that's my biggest worry is, and then I have to either drop out of the race because you can't order this, you know, I mean, this stuff doesn't grow on trees and neither does money, or you have to get into an argument and file a protest and you potentially run the whole race as a DNF depending on what the grievance is. If it's a safety issue, they won't let you run the race at all, so. This is a spare piece. I got 2 spare pieces now. Definitely bring those with me to a race, and maybe an extra stick if I don't have any left of the big stuff, so kind of screwed there. Okay, bring the zip ties with me this time. Another 4 of them. I'm glad I bought a big ass cheap pack from Walmart. Another 4 zip ties. And then how I want to do this though. It'd be a lot easier without the seats in the way. Ooh, whoa, I got my elbow caught. Ow, 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 ow. Ooh. Jeez. Yeah, it's gonna be a pain in the dick. Okay. That one's there. That one there. And these are very, very loose. So we're definitely gonna have to zip tie. Again, you don't want very expensive padding just blowing out on the highway. And they're really loose. It's not tightening up no matter what I do. That might be a problem. I mean, not for now, but later. If it doesn't hold good. Okay. Yeah, it's just not tightening up. Not really sure why. Okay. Should be good enough. It ain't gonna go nowhere on the highway. Okay. Whew. All right. That's pretty much everything. I wonder if they're gonna force me to try and put padding here, because that'll be a fucking nightmare. I'll have to use this slim padding. I don't know. I mean, I can't. I mean, I guess your head could hit that, but your head could also hit the roof. I mean, at that point, you know, this is probably your major, you know, this is the most dangerous part of the car. Right here is where this bar comes up next to your helmet, and it's padded. And then I'd say the second most dangerous is here and here, and the steering wheel as far as crashing. Here, maybe in a rollover, here and here would come into play. But I can't imagine how your head would ever hit back here unless you're pretty much dead already. I mean, I guess if I have some leftover slim padding when I'm done with all this, I can stick some here just to be safe. I don't know, but as far as like test fitting everything, I don't think this padding has any bearing in my test fits at all. You know, like I'm just putting stuff in that I know is going to affect the seat position, because we need to get that figured out. Because there's no reason to put it in early when you're just going to have to come back and undo it and do the sticky stuff and then do it again. So, yeah. Let's see, I'm printing a new kill switch mount that's going to put the kill switch like out pretty far actually, but it'll be over this way. It'll be like here. So I don't hope it won't interfere with my hydro. Man, I don't know. It's pretty. Gonna be a close call. Okay, get me the hell out of here. So. It's funny because technically center is like here. Got to get that fixed eventually. So we need to 3D print some mounts for the master cylinders. That way we can come through and bleed our clutch. Thank God for the remote bleeder, although I still have no clue where the hell I should mount it. I mean, I'm assuming, you know, it would be smart to mount it somewhere you can get to it, but I thought it's supposed to be like straight up, so I don't know if they expect me to come over here and mount it, you know. I mean, you could mount it like, well, that's pretty damn close to the engine. I'm not really sure where they want me to mount it, honestly. I mean, I could mount it like this on the stud here if I can get it to rotate the way I want it to. It's actually not bad right there. It's not bad at all. I don't know if that would clear the hood cowl or not. I mean, for now, you just, you know, leave it up like this and hook a vacuum pump to it. Bleed everything nice and good. So, okay, right, 3D print. So I'm pretty much done. I need to take this with me. Okay, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.
I wanna drive a faster car now.